when I was getting serious about dating, I did what I always do. I wanted to understand it. And I started reading these incredible books. Esther Perel has to be one of my favorite authors that talks about relationships. Why am I reading books about marital relationships and marital counseling when I'm single, I've got no children? And because it's so important to me to have good relationships in my life. I want to understand what's important.
Yeah.
And the thing that I always told myself that I think might be a little lacking in today's dating age is, am I my type's type? Right?
Ooh,
like, am I? Yeah,
deep.
yeah. And it's not supposed to be deep. It's supposed to be reflective. Like, am I building myself into the type of person that will attract what I think I want? Because let me let you in on a little secret, Amber. In life, you don't get what you want. You get what you are. And in life, you deserve what you tolerate, right? So I need to build myself into the person that would be attractive to the person that I am looking. So then now everything is my fault, where I spend my time, my energy. And when my goddaughter came into my life and she started using my phone, it's so cute. She'd be on my phone. I'd get an important text message. She'd flick it away and keep being on my phone. I just told myself, I don't want one image, one word, anything in my phone that can come across her little mind that I wouldn't be proud of. And then I was thinking to myself, okay, yes, it was a beautiful child that made me think this way. But then I said, I don't want anything on my socials. I don't want anything with my name on it. I don't want one word that comes out of my mouth to misrepresent who I want to be. I want everything I say to be aligned. And sometimes when you see people and their habits and who they hang out with, they're wondering why they get certain outcomes in their life. But the standards they have for themselves are so low, and the standards they have for everyone else is so high.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's not about I get what I want. I get my standards for myself. And it's always about attraction. And the thought of growing a family and having a beautiful life, it's a story of sacrifice and support and provisioning and protecting. It's not a transaction about getting what I want. So I'm very fortunate, Amber. I have a lot of very wonderful women, knock on wood, because I don't want it to stop, that have been willing to hang out with me and see what I'm all about. But I'm only ever looking at one thing. There's only one deal breaker for me in dating, and that is, can I see us building a beautiful life together? And the moment that that isn't true, it's like, you are not wrong, I am not right. But anything less than what your parents had and what my parents had, I'm not interested in.
Okay, okay. So you have a type. This is a very...
I have a type.
You have a type.
Yes, I like women.
No, but you and I have talked about this.
We have talked about this privately.
Yes. But for all of the women that follow me,
okay,
we want to know what your type is, Alexander, because you are an eligible man.
I am eligible.
And
yes,
maybe the woman that you are dreaming of is somewhere following me today.
Really?
Maybe.
That's exciting.
I'm putting that into the manifestation world.
Well, if she follows Amber Walker, that's definitely on my list. So
yeah, maybe she. So tell me, what is your type? What's important? What I saw you had a deal breaker, right?
I have deal breakers.
You have deal breakers, plural.
Yes.
Tell me about them.
It's really simple. It's really simple. All of my deal breakers have to do with the type of family that I want to build, right? So when I think of who I want to be with, the first word that comes across my mind is kindness.
I love that.
It's so important. I have friends in my life, and they're married and different people. And then when you just see people light up when other people are happy, like sometimes they're not even know you're looking at them, but they're just so happy when people are doing well. They're just kind and they celebrate greatness in others. That's very attractive. I think the second thing to me is discipline. When I think of being empowered, it doesn't mean doing whatever I want. I'm always thinking that I'm representing my family, I'm representing my name. And when I'm looking at a wonderful woman as a potential to date or to get to know, I'm asking myself, the way that she lives her life, am I okay with that representing everything I'll be? And then I think about little things like, let's say something horrible happened with the kids and she was in a bad situation and had to figure it out. Is she competent? Like, does she think through things? Does she fly off the handle? So a lot of the things that I think about have to do with how does she live her life. don't worry about me. I want to provide, I want to protect. But I think everything for me comes down to what kind of family can I build with this person?
Yeah.
So all the trips and the money and the flossing online and all of that, it might catch my eye, okay? And if you want a great guy to spend a short amount of time with, or you don't think you want to have children, then do whatever you want. But if you're looking at building a family, then I think it would be like, well, what traits would someone who really wants that be interested in? And I'll tell you what it's not. It's not being overly opinionated about other people's lives. You should be focusing on your own. It wouldn't be sort of showing off for other people online, right? There's nothing more attractive than a private profile and like 3 photos. That's great. That's great. I think the other thing would be is that you prioritize having a family over having a career, right? And there is nothing wrong with being a career person, a career man or a career woman. But for me, if your biggest commitment in your life is to your career, that's not attractive to me.
Yeah.
Because my biggest commitment in my life will be providing for my family. That's my biggest commitment. And what I would look for is a woman who is excited and thrilled about the sacrifices and the joy of raising a family.
Right.
Again, it doesn't make you wrong or right, but I have no interest in anything else.